Hello, everyone. Welcome to Survival Jobs, a podcast in collaboration with BroadwayWorld. My name is Samantha Tuozzolo, and this is Jason A. Coombs. Jason!
Yes, it's so cool. We're doing a re-release today, so there is no video. It's just audio, which is also very fun.
Because I'm in a full bathrobe right now.
Yeah, she is.
We didn't get planned today, guys. Sorry.
How was your temperature check?
Oh, temperature check. Okay. Hi, my temperature check. Hi, my name is Samantha Tuozzolo. My temperature check. I'm really tired. I'm in San Francisco. Just a quick little trip. I'm really tired, but I'm good. I'm grateful. I'm good. I'm excited. I'm trying to be really positive lately and look when I'm tired and annoyed, I'm trying to look at the positive parts of my life, which it's all pretty positive. My godmother is a Wiccan and she reads tarot cards, and she recently read cards, and she literally said to me, Samantha, you have so many amazing things in your life, but you're always wanting something different or wanting something more. So sit in it and be grateful. So my temperature check in conclusion is trying to be grateful.
Love that.
What's yours?
It's important to, I've been following a lot of, I don't say it's self-help, but just very positive Instagram folks. And that's another thing that they say, how to start your day with gratitude. So I feel like I'm in a very similar boat. Well, I'm trying to anyway. I'm not succeeding 100%, but waking up and just saying what you're thankful for, and drinking water when you wake up, and not scrolling right away, which I did this morning, but not going right to your phone as soon as you wake up, and planting your feet underground and getting out of bed. And Monday I went to the gym in the morning, trying to just do that kind of stuff to start the day off right. But it's a working process. Hasn't been 100% yet, but so I was just trying to relate to what you were saying about that. I think it's important to be grateful, especially in this industry when it's it's easy to be defeated and to be hard on yourself, and when things are unpredictable.
100%. And it's what you said about waking up and immediately scrolling. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. I do that too much.
Yes. And I also am in a point where I'm I can't do that. I need to wake up. I've been sleeping with Spotify white noise. It's called okay, it's not white noise. It's called brown noise with ocean waves. And it's really
relaxing.
helping me. Yeah. It's really helping me not think of a million things when I'm trying to go to bed. And when I wake up, it's the waves are crashing still. So little things like that to really help, level our brains, I think is good.
Love that for you.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
So last week we chatted about this movie you watched, and you gave me a homework assignment, and you said, watch the movie so we can talk about it. And I want to let you know I completed the homework assignment.
Good job. That movie was Luckiest Girl Alive, which has been #1 on Netflix for the past few weeks.
That's right. It has been. So this past weekend, I was sick in bed all weekend, and I watched this movie.
Luckiest Girl Alive, based on the I guess the New York Times bestseller. I have the Wikipedia page open. I just wanted to make sure I say the person's name right. Jessica Knoll, or Knoll, Knoll.
I think that's Knoll.
Knoll. Yeah, let's say Knoll.
Let's say Knoll.
It's correct.
And hope, yeah, fingers crossed. Yes. So I went into this film really blind. I didn't know what to expect. It's a lot. It's the content's a lot, and it's really. I was talking to somebody else about it, and they said a lot of people are giving it reviews saying that they wish it had a trigger warning for women. I don't want to give any spoilers, but for women who have gone through similar experiences, I can imagine that it's tough to watch. But I think this film is so important to women, to empower them, to understand hey, you're allowed to speak up and say your thoughts and express what happened to you, and not be nervous about repercussions or people not believing you or judgment or all of that. I thought the acting was great. Mila Kunis making a comeback.
Yeah, just to rewind a little bit, the film does There's a sexual assault that happens. I don't think you shy away from that. I think it's in the preview, if not. But yeah, so I think what you're saying is valid, and I think I think it is 2022. Like those trigger warnings need to be in there because a lot of people are sensitive to that. I think it's a responsibility of Netflix to make people aware. It also has, I mean, it's not a spoiler. It's also there is a school shooting in it as well, and that's also another
Trigger
very
warning.
timely
Yeah.
hot topic. That's there was another shooting last week at another school that like no one talked about in the media because we're just so numb to it. Not everybody is, So yes, continue.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of major issues and incidents in one film. So it's heavy, but at the end of the day, I think ultimately I walked away from that being like women are strong and but I thought the acting was great. Those younger actors playing the younger versions of the characters, that must have been so tough to film. And the process must have been
Yeah,
really tough. So I would love to like hear what they're saying in interviews about that, especially to the actress who plays young Mila Kunis. Like that's probably
yikes.
really tough to like tap into that and like have to experience that on camera. But yeah, ultimately, I thought it was a good film and really well done and tasteful the way they portrayed all of these things.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry,
So
Ziggy. I'm so like half distracted because Ziggy's being so annoying right now. He just won't let me like breathe. But I agree with everything you said, and I thought it was worth the watch. I don't wanna speak for anyone else, but I just thought it was very, very well made and a very interesting storyline. I want to read the book now too. I was like, I was gonna Amazon it, but I was like, oh, I gotta buy it from somewhere besides Amazon. I think it's an important story, and the acting was phenomenal. Mila Kunis, like she did that. She did that.
she did that. Yeah, she did do that.
And
So
my friend
real quick,
Carson too.
oh my God, yeah, your
I gotta
friend
shout
Carson. We got to get
Carson
Carson on
McCormick.
the show.
He played young Dean.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I mean, he did a great job, by the way.
He
Again,
did. He
must have been
did.
tough for him too, you know? Like yeah, I would love to chat with him, Jason. Call him up.
I'm
1-800
gonna.
Carson.
And he's like the sweetest person, and he always gets cast as he's like really like
Rude
like kind of antagonists, kind
villain.
of troubled youngsters, but he's like the
Yeah.
exact opposite. He's such a great guy. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get him on. See if he'll
Yeah.
come on. He'll join us one of these days.
So real
Yeah.
quick, sorry.
No, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
You transition.
So I was gonna say, the reason I was not the reason I was sick in bed, but I was saying I was sick in bed, and this is why I watched the show, that movie rather. But unfortunately, I missed our girl Lisa Lampanelli's cabaret that you were so lucky to be at, and I had such bad FOMO. How was it?
Yeah, she was fantastic, powerful storytelling in a different way. I think Lisa talked about she talked about on our show that she had failures like everyone else, right? And one of the big failures she talks about is anger, which was part of the show, and it was so beautifully done, and I'm just so proud of her to see like how honest she was and how she was able to reflect in a way that's like truthful, very truthful, and didn't shy away from the mistakes she's made and the experiences she's had. And I think it's a good reminder for all of us that someone like her, who's an iconic, legendary comedian, whatever you want to call her or consider her, she's effed up too, and she's still here. She's still creating, and she's still doing the work to right her wrongs, you know.
Totally.
So I will say that, and to see Rob there, Rob, another one of our guests, was also in the show too, singing his ass off.
Yeah, he
Robert
was so
Peter
good.
Paul, yeah, he was fantastic as well. So it was a great night. Her doing that at a gay bar in Fairfield, Trevi Lounge, was so exciting. It was really good, intimate, fun, high energy. It was a lot of fun. I'm sure she's gonna do it again. So you have to go
I
to the next
hope
one, Sam.
so. Yeah, let's hope I'm not sick that time.
Yikes! Yeah, right.
Yeah, so like you said, today we're doing a re-release of our girl, Linedy Genao. Shout out. Major news lately. She's been literally breaking the Broadway internet because it was announced she's going to be Andrew Lloyd Webber's new leading lady in Bad Cinderella, which, my God, is iconic.
Yeah, congrats to her.
Congrats to
That's
her.
super amazing.
She is so talented and so kind. I'm so happy. She deserves everything good to come her way. And I was reading an article, and I think she's been sitting on this news in secret land for a long time. I think she might have known when we recorded her episode, which is
Oh
also fun.
wow.
Maybe not. I have no
Yeah.
idea, but it seems like it's a possibility.
Yeah. So, and also, I mean, a big takeaway is that she didn't go to school for musical theater, y'all. She was in school for business, and here she is, the new leading lady in the Andrew Lloyd Webber original musical. So, I don't think going to school is important, especially if that's something you want to do and the training that you want. But just because you don't doesn't mean just because you don't have the opportunity, you don't have the money to get a formal education in that way, doesn't mean your dreams end here or there.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my biggest takeaway from her, and something that we all should know.
1,000, 1,000, 1,000. And also, just so everyone knows, this was recorded legit in March or April.
Yeah,
so
in the springtime.
So this is an old episode.
Oldie but a goodie.
An oldie but a goodie.
Yes, a little throwback Thursday for us. Yeah.
It's a throwback Thursday. All right, guys. So Linedy Genao is Andrew Lloyd Webber's newest leading lady and first Latina to originate a role of his. Number one, iconic in itself. I can't even.
Facts.
Linedy Genao is Bad Cinderella. Some of her Broadway credits include Dear Evan Hanson, Zoe and the Alana Understudy, On Your Feet, the original Broadway cast, Rachel and the Gloria Estefan Understudy, which she's currently playing Gloria Estefan at the Paper Mill Playhouse right now through, I think, November 6th. So you guys should run now to go see her in that. And Broadway recording in the Heights film as a singer.
Regional credits include Passing Through, West Side Story, Havana Music Hall, A Taste of Things to Come, In the Heights, so she played Vanessa at the Olney Theater Center. Was that with Robin? Right? Yeah, that's so funny. Education, she has a BA in Business Administration from University of Connecticut.
Enjoy the episode, you guys.
Enjoy the episode.
Go see Linedy at the Paper Mill Playhouse.
Yes.
Hi, Linedy.
Hi.
Welcome to Survival Jobs, the podcast. Thank you for joining us before you're about to go do a 2-show day.
Of course.
Gosh, thank you. That's so sweet of you.
Thank you for having me.
So we just want to sort of jump right in. Right now you are in Dear Evan Hanson, killing it, always going on, doing your thing. But I know you've had a journey to get to where you are. So do you have a survival job along your way that's been your favorite or most memorable to sort of lead you to where you are now?
Absolutely. So, fun fact, I went to UConn, University of Connecticut. We both grew up in Connecticut.
Yeah,
we all did.
Because you're from Hamden, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I was born in Brooklyn. Oh, Bridgeport, yes.
Yeah.
So I was born in Brooklyn, and then at 10, my dad moved us out of the city. You know, he didn't want to raise us there. And so we moved to Hamden, and then, I lived there until after college. So I went to UConn, and I studied business. So I didn't go to school for theater. I just did theater in high school, in my community. I auditioned for the top schools at that time that like people told me, let me just make sure. Oh, I'm negative. Thank the Lord. I can go to work.
Yay!
Okay. Hold on. Let me just...
Hallelujah.
Okay.
No, but that's real, right? That you have to get tested before the show.
We test every single day. So now we've transitioned to at-home tests. So our show provides us with tests for the week. So every Sunday we have to pick up our, little inventory of tests and we get to test at home, which is nice. We also still are able to test at the we use mobile health. We're still able to test there, which is great in case I have to go into the city super early and I forget to test here. I can always go there, but it's nice to do it in your home.
Oh, snaps.
But yeah So I went to UConn. I studied business. I had auditioned for, again, the top schools that people told me to audition for. And I was like, okay, if I don't get in, then it's not meant to be. I'm not good enough. And whoop-de-doo, I did not get in. I got into a lot of the business schools.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah. And so, I went to UConn. I still did theater in my community. I still, sang and everything because I started singing when I was little in church. And so, then all of a sudden I graduated college. I got my first like real post-collegiate job at a bank. I worked at a private Lebanese bank, Interaudi Bank, and 11 months in, I saw an open call for On Your Feet, the developmental lab. I was like, what is On Your Feet? What's a developmental lab? And I looked and it was, creating the show and about Gloria Estefan. I was like, okay, I don't have to pretend to be anybody else. They're
Yeah.
looking for Latinx artists. I was like, let me just go in there and be me. I grew up listening to her
Yes.
music. Let me just try. And with just high school theater experience, I booked it. I was hired to be for my own track, my own ensemble track to originate and understudy in Gloria. And so
Wow.
I left my bank job, and they were and are amazing because we did the out of town in Chicago, and I had 6 weeks off in the summer before our Broadway transfer. And like, why wouldn't I live my life for 6 weeks? What did I know? I've never been without a job. I didn't know that like in this industry, you can be without a job for a few weeks, a few months, jumping from job to job. So I went back to the bank and they hired me. They were like, we don't care how, however many weeks you can work, like come back.
Yeah.
I went back to the bank and then I went back to Broadway. And then during the pandemic, I get a phone call from a number I recognize. Like it was like a 212 number. I was like, okay, maybe my agents are like from the city, like something's going on. And it was my old boss and he from the bank. And he
Oh
was like,
wow.
hey, like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know, nothing. Nothing's happening right now. And then he
I
was
don't
like,
know.
and then he was like, how would you like to work for us virtually? Like, and I was like, thank you. Like, this is amazing. It was meant to be. So throughout the pandemic, I worked from home for the bank. That like helped, make my dreams come true because they were supportive from day one. And, thankfully they say that door is always open. So I can always go back and do that. But
That's amazing to have that support.
yeah. Yeah.
What?
So I'm very
Wow.
grateful for that.
That is
Let's-
That
so
was my survival job.
incredible.
Can we flip it? Do you have like one that you've had that you like hated or like brought you like, I don't know, brought you like the opposite of joy, whatever that is?
I mean, I guess in high school I worked at Subway.
Eat fresh,
Okay,
baby.
eat
Eat fresh.
Subway.
Jason, we're
fresh.
always there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my friend from high school, her parents owned like 7, I think, around Connecticut or in the Hamden, New Haven area, and she got a bunch of her friends jobs, and so I was good. Let me tell you, I worked across Quinnipiac University. I was serving all those athletes their sandwiches, boom, 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 the basketball team, the hockey team, the soccer team, and I was there by myself a lot of times making those sandwiches. Honestly, I didn't hate it, but being a 16, 17-year-old girl by herself, closing a store, like, I don't know.
What?
Certain times, like, I didn't, not that I felt unsafe in Hamden, but just, if you think about being a young, vulnerable girl closing a store by herself in pitch black, and, if you go to Quinnipiac and Hamden, those roads, there's like barely any lights on the road. Like, it's just like a road. And so it's kind of scary at night, And just
I
obviously
believe
certain
that.
customers, with being rude and stuff like that. But overall, it was a great experience. But any service industry, you're gonna get those,
Ugh, for
those
sure.
people.
What's in those Subway chocolate chip cookies? They're
Oh
so
my God, they're so
good.
good.
You don't understand.
Jason.
I used to have. I'm so embarrassed. I used to have like so many a day, and the white chocolate macadamia nut.
Ooh.
Oh my
Forget
God.
about it.
Forget about it. I used to love a like hot Subway tuna with cheddar cheese and lettuce in high school. That was my go-to. And now I'm like, yikes.
I know.
Tuna at Subway. Yikes.
And the specific Subway smell, that too, I kind of hated. Like, if I would go meet up with my friends after or go to a family thing, they're like, oh, you were at work. I'm like, yes, I know I smell like Subway. Stop.
That's so
I kind
true.
of like the way Subway smells.
Oh, no.
Me too. Now it's nostalgic, but like, oh my God, before it's like I couldn't escape.
Oh
I used to
my
work at
god.
Starbucks, and it'd be the same thing. I would have that
Oh, but
Starbucks
Starbucks is
smell.
good.
Yeah,
Starbucks
but
is
not when you've
good.
been working and you try to go somewhere with your friends or go with your family. They're like, "Oh,
I
you
feel
smell."
you. Yeah.
Well, Jason and I used to work in a Tex-Mex restaurant, and Jason, I don't know about you, but like I used to leave there and smell like fajitas, just like the fajita
Yeah,
smoke.
Yep.
Yeah, for days though. I felt like
Yep.
I still feel like I kind of smell like those god dang fajitas.
I'm so dead. Aw. Anyway, so you were the understudy, right, for the Gloria Estefan track in On Your
Yeah.
Feet? Oh my gosh, how wonderful. So as an actor, I know everybody's preparation is different, but how did you prepare to play someone as iconic and legendary as Gloria Estefan?
Honestly, I just learned from everyone around me. That was my first, like, not only was that my Broadway debut, that was my professional theater debut. I only knew
What?
theater from high school and from
Can
my
you believe
community.
that? That's like
Like,
fate. Sorry to jump in, but that is like
no,
fate and the universe bringing you right to where you need to
yeah.
be. Yes, girl.
I'm so grateful for the people that uplifted me. Like, I literally used to cry every single day in rehearsal because I could not believe it. I could not believe that I was there among people that I respected so much too, that I saw from In the Heights. And like, I was like, this is a mistake. Like, I don't know why I'm here. I can't believe I'm here. And I learned how to bevel. Like, Sergio Trujillo, our choreographer, taught me how to bevel. I was like, what is a bevel? And he's like, Linedy, get over here. And he put my feet
What
in a
is
bevel.
a
I was like,
bevel?
oh my God. I literally learned everything in that show. And so my preparation was honestly like different every day, just learning. I didn't know what to do. I just, you know, they said throw your arms 8 times a week. I threw my arm as hard as I could, and I wasn't paying for it. But what did I know? You know what I mean? I jumped as high as I
Yeah.
could. I just, I just gave it my all because I literally could not believe that this was my reality, that like my literal dream came true. And imposter syndrome was huge. I was like, I didn't even go to school for this. I can't believe I'm here. Like, I don't have any experience, but
Yeah.
everyone was so kind. And like, I it was just all meant to be. And so my preparation literally was just like, and being thankful, and just living my absolute dream on stage, and never taking that for granted.
I love that. I
That's
love
so
that.
beautiful.
I know, chills. And your family got to come and see you. Like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh, wow.
I also
I
think
paid
that's
off
so
my student loans from
inspiring.
UConn, thank God.
Yeah.
Yes. We went
I
to
went
West
on a
Yeah.
Penn, by
lot.
the way. Your sister, like
Yes.
stepchild school, Jason and I. I also think that's such a beautiful message to our listeners who are like artists, trying to do the thing. Like, that's all it takes is the one open call, like that one moment, that one audition to really, change your life.
Hmm.
Um, so I know that you live on Long Island, right? And by the way, that's a new thing I learned, saying live on Long Island
Oh,
instead
I
of
still say
in.
in. I'm like, ugh. I don't like saying on. I'm like, no, I'm in Long Island.
You're like, I am in the island, girl. How are you doing, like juggling 8 shows a week, that commute, finding time for yourself? I feel like the older we get, finding time for ourselves is like a survival job sort of in itself. So how
Absolutely.
are you juggling like the commute and the show, and like also, to add another layer to this question, when do you find out like when you're going on, because you are standing by or understudying?
Yeah,
So tell
we're
us a little bit about that.
Oh, yeah. So with that, I typically find out day of. I honestly, in this show, I have
Wow.
yet to find out earlier than 24 hours. Like, we've had, an inkling, like, oh, this person might call out tomorrow, but never, it's definitively, if it's always been day of, a few hours, sometimes right at half hour. Um,
That
so
anxiety I just got like half an hour before. Oh
I
my
know.
god.
Well, thankfully, honestly, with this show, it's not as like I'm not nervous anymore really when I go on. Only if it's been a while, obviously, because those jitters of like, oh my gosh, I haven't done this in a while. But this show is so different in a way. You have to be more grounded. It's, heavy material, and I just again just feel so much gratitude when I do get to go on. Whereas with the track of Gloria, that's like the Evan track. You are on stage literally all of the show but one or two songs where like you have to run to the bathroom, that's your bathroom break, you have to like do a quick change, you know what I mean? So that every single time was like just the adrenaline and the anxiety. Finding time for myself is also a work in progress. I That honestly is something that I've been trying to work on because I find myself in the same routine every single day, and it's like I need to find, even if it's 5 minutes for myself, because on top of all of that, the commute, thankfully, I really like my commute on the Long Island Railroad. It's 50 minutes, just under an hour. And when I
Oh
lived in
wow.
Brooklyn, yeah, when I lived in Brooklyn, I would have to take 2 subways. It would take me the same
Mm-hmm.
exact time.
Like
So
train traffic
exactly.
with
And
the
so on the
subways.
train, yeah, I can, if I have an audition, I'll work on that, or I just listen to music, or I just take a nap, honestly. But finding time for myself has been difficult because I'm also newly married, and there's that. And
Yeah,
also,
congrats.
Wow,
thank,
congratulations.
thank you. And then to add to that whammy, I have two
Whammy.
I have two step kids that we
Oh
care
wow.
for 100%. So, I am a stepmom, and like that has
Wow.
its challenges too. And like, you know, not to get too into it, but like obviously being a step parent or parent is difficult enough, but also, you know, stepping into the role of an absent parent, like that's a whole, like, yeah, it's a lot. So honestly, I am
Wow.
just so grateful for the arts to be able to let go every time I go on stage, to let go of so much. And in this show, thank God, because there's a lot of crying. So I bring a lot of Linedy to that, to like release for myself. And so
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes I find that that is a way that I make time for myself, if that makes any sense, because I get to be a little bit me. I get to be my character, and I get to just let it all out. So it's a work in progress. I'm really trying for me because I need it to find something. The weather being better is obviously a lot more motivating.
Oh
I live
gosh.
Come by anytime. I live in Long Beach, right by the boardwalk.
Oh,
Oh
I will.
yeah, I love Long
Yeah.
Beach.
No joke. I will
Yeah.
be there, girl.
Honestly,
I
like
know.
the beach is right here, so the weather is very motivating and inspiring. Like I want to get
Mm-hmm.
outside and take a walk, ride my bike on the boardwalk. um so I know that once the weather gets better, I'll feel more compelled and like motivated to make time for myself, where now it's like I just have so much going on that I feel like I put that behind.
For sure. By the way, I can barely like take care of myself with just like a couple of jobs and like a couple things. You are doing Broadway, a commute, a stepmother, you have a husband, like snaps. Like that's admirable. Good for
Yeah.
you.
Thank
Keep it
you.
going. That hustle
Ugh,
and
it's
that
hard.
balance for sure. Like
Even
I said,
last
I can't even take care of myself. Like what?
Me too, barely. No, even last Sunday, like last Sunday, I was like, we woke up at 7 because it was their first lacrosse games. We had to go to their lacrosse game and sit there in the cold. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go to my two show. Oh no, there was the lacrosse game and then baseball tryout. So we brought them to both. Then I was like, okay,
Oh
gotta go to my
jeez.
2 show day. And by the end of it, I was like,
Wow. Wow.
yeah, it's a
Props.
lot. Props to all the
Props.
moms out there, because I don't know,
Seriously.
I don't know how.
Oh, I love that. I love that you're like a super mom. You're like a superhero out there, just killing it. Anyway, can you talk about your audition process for Dear Evan Hansen? Like, what was that like?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Oh my gosh. So that dates back to maybe 2018. I auditioned for the show. And obviously it was scary. You know what I mean? I still felt pretty fresh in the game. Thankfully, I was in On Your Feet. I had actually, no, this was maybe 2017. I don't remember. But
Yeah, yeah, all blurs
I had
together.
yeah,
Time doesn't count
exactly.
anymore. Like what?
Yeah. I made it to the finals, and obviously being able to sing in front of Michael Greif, I was like, oh my gosh. And Pasek and Paul and Alex Lackamore, like I was just like, oh my God. And then I didn't hear anything. And then fast forward to 2019, and I got another audition, and that one went pretty fast. And it's because they were looking for a replacement on Broadway or Vacation Swing on tour. And so I booked that right away. And thankfully, I kind of brought what I had remembered from my first callback into that, and I felt a lot more comfortable. But it was also still very nerve wracking. Like I still get very nervous. Imposter syndrome is still there. And I was a lot younger. So I then went on tour with the show twice as a vacation swing. And then
Can you I'm sorry to interrupt you, but can you describe what a vacation swing
yes.
is really quickly?
So
Thank
a
you.
vacation swing is you are there. So I cover both tracks, Alana and Zoe. So my job
Mhm.
was to go there to cover someone's vacation. So someone was
Oh,
going
makes
away,
sense.
so you
Mhm.
need to bring someone in to cover them. I also was covering the uh turnover from casts. So year one was leaving and year two was starting. So I was there to kind of learn that and cover all of that. And then someone took vacation again, so I went in again to cover. And I literally left. So when did the shutdown happen? March something 2020. It was a Thursday.
March 12th.
Yeah.
There we go. It was a
Girl,
Thursday. Literally, my contract with the show had ended that Sunday before. What? Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday,
wow.
Sunday. 4 days before.
Wow.
And I was about to do Next to Normal at Westport Country Playhouse, which is happening right now. I know I have
Yeah.
to go try to see that. I
With
was
what
about to start.
time?
I know. I was supposed to do that, and that was supposed to start like the week after or something like that. And then the shutdown hit. I was like, oh my God. And so then fast forward to, everything reopening now in 2021, and I got a call. I got a direct offer for Broadway because I had told them, because of my family situation, I just, right now is not a good time for me to go away. I want to stay in New York. I want to be here. And thankfully the opportunity arose, and I got to be on Broadway again. And it's crazy because On Your Feet is on
Mhm.
45th Street. Literally, like, pretend this is the side of the street. This is the Marriott Marquis. This is the Evan Hanson, the music box. Like, I,
Wow.
5 years later, 7 years later,
Yeah.
am on the same block, a theater over my second Broadway show. And I was like, wow,
Life
this is meant
is
to be.
crazy. No,
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And I feel like as we're getting older, these like moments in life where I'm like, oh, what are you trying to do to the
Yep.
universe?
Yeah.
Yep.
Life, what are you trying to say, girl? I
Absolutely.
see you. I see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess
Wow.
as a Latina woman working in Broadway, do you have any, I guess I hate to be so like stereotype the question, but like, do you have any advice or like ways you think Broadway could be more inclusive to women, to Latino women, people of color in general?
Absolutely. Just give them the opportunity. Give them the opportunity to show that, you know, we are more than capable and we can bring a character to life, you know, in a way that everybody can. Everybody can do it. Doesn't matter what you look like, what color you are. Just, making sure that we all get the equal opportunity. Um, as a Latina on Broadway, I continue to just stay true to myself, to honor my heritage, to always try to amplify those voices. And so being in Dear Evan Hansen again was imposter syndrome for me. I came from being on Your Feet, a full Latino cast, except for one
Right.
actor because he was supposed to be non-Latino, and going into this show where I was very intimidated. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Where it's like, why am I even thinking that way? And
Yeah.
so I felt a huge sense of responsibility and gratitude and honor too to be having, to have been given that opportunity. Um, and I just hope that other people can, or even creatives and casting directors can see that, like, if you give that opportunity, you can see just so many beautiful things because everybody's going to bring their own life experience to every single role. For example, will I ever play Mary Poppins? Probably not. And that's also because that's just not who I am. But that doesn't mean I don't want to try or don't give me that opportunity.
Facts.
You know
Facts.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, just
Hmm.
let everybody try and you'll be surprised. You never know. Um, and also, writing more shows about people of color's experience and just where they can just have a platform. I don't know, just it all
No,
starts with the writing too. Like, I
it's
wish
true.
I can't even write a poem, Barry, so trust me, I wish.
Me either, girl.
No,
Me
you
either.
can't. No worries.
I try. Yeah.
No, but I remember people used to always say like you got to do colorblind casting, and then I was reading something I was like, colorblind casting is not the way. Like, you need to write specifically for marginalized groups, like write a Latino role, like write a Muslim
Absolutely.
female role, right? And like you have to do that kind of stuff and make sure that those roles are there. So I
Absolutely.
try to think about that when I write too. Like, I'm gonna make this
Oh, you right?
character. Yeah,
Oh,
I
he's
saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
great.
Thank you.
Jason's a boss.
Yes.
Y'all are bosses. Y'all are
Connecticut
bosses.
represent.
That's
Yes.
almost. I feel like that's been happening a lot lately on our show, Jason.
Yeah.
Linedy, I do love though how you're always shouting out like representation. I see you on Instagram, like when like understudies are on, you're like representing tonight, like you and
Yes.
Evan. So thank you for using your voice and like shouting it out and doing the thing.
Always.
You
Of
know.
course.
So we're gonna wrap this up with one more question and then play a really fun game.
Okay.
So this is a fun question tying it all back into survival jobs. If you had to go work your least favorite survival job for the next 10 years, which would be like your Subway job for the next 10 years, right? Eating those cookies, coming out smelling like Subway, to then transition to your like dream artistic life, whatever that means to you. And if you'd like to share that, we would love to hear like what your ultimate like dream artistic life looks like. Would you do it? So would you go work at Subway for the next 10 years to come out to your dream life?
Oh gosh.
I know that's just a heavy question.
It's hard, right?
know.
I know it's fun.
I don't know. A part of me is like, yes, but then a part of me is like, why? You know what I mean? For 10 years, I can do so many other things that can fulfill me artistically, even if it's not performing, if it's like, teaching kids, like going to a school and, teaching a dance or teaching about theater and singing, or traveling the world and, seeing arts, expressed in different cultures and languages and in ways. So I think no, because I wouldn't want to waste that time working for like an end goal when that end goal may or may not happen, whether or not I have that survival job.
Yeah.
Money will always be made however you need to, but YOLO, you only got one life, and so
Yes.
you have to kind of like, just use that time in a way that you're going to be happy with. I don't think I'd be happy, yes, 10 years to go, 9 years to go, 8 years to go, to then know that there's this end goal right here. I'd rather use that time to just fulfill me in a different way. And whether that goal happens or not, at least I did something that made me happy.
Preach.
I love that answer.
Thanks.
That was so beautifully put. Do you mind sharing what your like ultimate dream artistic life is? If you have it, if you have that in your head, or you just riding the waves?
I mean, I have to try to get out of this and my imposter syndrome to remind myself that, I deserve to be here, even though I didn't go to school for this and, didn't do this and that and this, that I'm here for a reason. And a part of me always, for example, during the pandemic, I really told myself, I was like, that's it. Like, I'm going to make a career change. I'm going to stick with banking. This is, steady income. It's a more, secure job for my family and for me. And I was beginning to, be content with that because I knew that I could grow in the company. Like, and I had missed doing a job that like made me think and like, in a different way. But then the second that I got that call, it was just so clear. And I've always told myself like this will and can go away like this. And I was blessed and was shot out of a cannon, and I want to ride this wave as long as I can. And I guess that's what it is. I think I just pray that I continue to have the opportunity to live my dream and like, use my voice to express and make people feel something. And I just hope I always get the opportunity to do that, honestly. Like, I don't have like I'm going to be this or I want to be this. Great. I hope that happens. That'll be really cool. But I just pray that I continue to be able to use my voice for the arts.
Amazing.
And, yeah.
That's so nice. Day by day,
Exactly.
Day by day. Okay, thank you so much for sharing this time with us. I know we are like rushing to get you to your 2-show day, which, by the way, you're such a queen for doing this before you're about to go do 2 shows.
Thank
so
you.
we are obsessed.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's have a quick fun game. So we always end the show with a game just to bring it back to like laughs and fun times. So we thought for you, we would play a game called Fill in the Lyric, which we're going to read you lines from songs of shows that you've been in.
Oh my God.
And let's see if you can fill in the missing lyric.
Wait, that reminds me really quick. So at my open call of On Your Feet, at the end of the audition, there were reporters there because I guess they were, recording the experience of the open call and blah, blah, blah. So casting stops me. They were like, oh, before you leave, can you do an interview? This does not mean you're going to get a call back, but they want, I was like, oh God. And so the woman was talking to me, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, okay, we're going to play a fun game. You're going to fill in the blank or just tell me the first word that comes to your mind.
Oh, no.
When I say a word, and I was like, okay. So she was like, Miami, Sound Machine, Gloria Estefan. And then she said a bunch of stuff and she was like, 1990. I was like, the year before I was born. She was like, oh, that's the year Gloria got in her accident. I was like, oh. I should have done my research. So that was like major. I was like literally the year before I was born. And she was like, I was like, wow, I'm done. Like
also that's like a cringy like question to ask.
Exactly.
What?
Like I was like,
keep it positive and light, girlfriend. Why we gotta talk about the bad stuff?
And also I was like, wow, like if I'm auditioning to play a living person, or even if they weren't, like I should have done my research. So but sometimes you don't have to. It still
live and
out.
learn. yeah, clearly still works out. Live and learn. Jason, you want to take the first one?
Sure. And we're just gonna read it. We're not gonna sing it, so we're just gonna read it. Yeah, it's gonna make it really hard for you. Okay. Give the barrio computers with wireless web browsing. Your kids are living without a good blank.
Give the barrio computers and web browsing. What's the next lyric you said?
Your kids are living without a good
education. Change
yes,
girl. Yes, Robin, I love you.
Yes, this is how I first met Linedy. It's killing it in the Heights.
Yes.
Okay, great job. Number 2. It's a fill in the lyric. It's a maze. I tried to steer through it a million ways.
It's a puzzle. It's a maze. I tried to steer through it a million ways. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wait.
Shout out. Does anyone have a map?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And honestly, goals, like I threw it out there. I manifested it to the producer too. She was like, from your mouth to God's ears. I was like, call me in 15 years. I want to play Heidi and Evan Hanson.
Hello.
So I'm already Heidi right now.
You're like, I know the track. I'm ready. Put me on.
So, yep.
Linedy, 2 for 2. Yes.
Right?
I'm scared.
Okay. Don't you ever think that I don't blank you that for 1 minute I blank you?
What? Wait, do that again?
Yeah, did I say it weird? Don't you ever think? Right. Okay. Don't you ever think that I don't blank you that for 1 minute I blank you?
Don't you ever think that for one blank?
Don't you ever think that? What? Don't you ever think that I don't blank?
Don't you ever think that I don't love you? I don't know. Wait.
Okay. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Don't you ever think I don't love you for that 1 minute I blank you?
For that 1 minute I hate you? I don't know.
Close.
What is this? Wait, what's the show? Tell me the show.
On Your Feet.
Don't you ever think? Oh my God! Wait. Don't you ever think that I don't love you?
That for 1 minute I.
For 1 minute I forgot you.
Yes!
Oh my God! It's so weird to hear it like.
It's weird to hear it like spoken,
oh
right? You're like,
gosh.
wait, I don't even know what this is from. Okay, killing it. You're killing it. Okay, ready? Next one. They didn't want to have me, but somehow I was had. Leaping blank. That's why I'm so bad.
Say that again.
This is from West Side Story. I know, this is funny. They didn't want to have me, but somehow I was had. Leaping blank. That's why I'm so bad. Leaping blank. That's why I'm so bad.
They didn't want to have me. Golly something. Golly. That's why
Leaping blank.
Liz.
Leaping Mary. I don't know. I didn't sing that song. I don't know. Gee.
Leaping
crab key.
Leaping lizards.
Yeah,
She's like, I don't know what that is.
She's like,
Us
next.
girls were just backstage chilling at that point.
I know, that's why we threw that one in there, because I was like, that might be a good one.
Oh my
Okay.
God, I'm still dying about anything for you. I cannot believe that.
You got
All
it
right.
though. You
Yeah.
got it. You're gonna get the next one because it's fresh in
Okay.
your mind.
This is the last one, then there's a bonus. So, okay.
Okay.
What do you do when your dreams come true? I spent my life blank dreams from you.
What do you do when your dreams come true?
Abuela
I spent
Claudia,
my
girl.
life- I spent my life blank dreams from you.
What do dreams come true? What's the lyric again after that?
I've spent my life blank dreams from you. Or blanking dreams from you. Maybe that'll be
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. One more time. I'm so sorry.
yeah. I spent my
Don't
life.
be sorry, it's a game.
I spent my life blanking dreams from you. In here. Enhancing.
I don't know.
Inheriting.
I know we're trying to like
Inheriting?
whisper. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's paciente y fe, right?
Yes, girl.
Mhm.
Abuela Claudia.
Yeah.
We
It's
love
all right.
it. Okay. And the bonus will redeem it all, and I think you'll definitely get the bonus. Are you
I'm
ready?
scared. Yes.
No, I think you're gonna get it. The bonus is I feel pretty and witty and
Right. Or gay.
Yes, exactly. It could have been either. That was
Yep.
a trick question, but gay, and because you know what?
Yes.
We're gonna say gay loud and proud.
Yes.
You know what? You got the bonus, so we're gonna go ahead and say you got 100.
Oh, love that.
That was fun. That was fun.
That was
You're
fun.
like, wait, what is
That
this
was.
song?
That is so tricky. It's so crazy
hard.
out of context like that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh my God, this was so fun.
Thank
Yes.
you so much for having me.
Tell
I
us
wish I
where
could
we
stay
can-
longer.
No,
I
it's
know.
okay. You gotta come back one day. That's the only
Yeah,
thing.
we'll do
Yes.
a sequel and we'll spend some more time and like get in there when we have more
Yes.
time. Yeah.
Can you tell us where we can follow you and support you and see your work? And
Absolutely.
sorry, Sam, I cut you off.
Oh, but I always cut you off, so it's equal. It's fun. Fine.
You can follow me on Insta at Linedy Genao. Twitter, I don't really do much Twitter, but I guess just Insta. I should get a website, but I don't know. So,
One day.
We've
I know.
been saying we need a website for a year for this podcast.
honestly,
so we get
Instagram is
to.
everybody's new website. To be honest,
it
like that's what
actually
people
is.
look at.
That actually
So.
is.
It's true.
And thank you so much. And if you're tuning in because you're a Linedy fan and you don't follow us, you can follow us at Survival Jobs Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Send us an email at survivaljobspod@gmail.com. Check out Jason's Instagram at
Jason A.
Coombs.
Yep.
And you can follow me at Sammy Tuozzolo. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Linedy. Have
the
an
best.
amazing
Thank you.
show day. You literally are the best.
We love you.
Thank you. Love you. Bye. Adios.
Bye.